Hello, good afternoon once again, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We will be live via Facebook, and we are joined today by our bloggers and media friends as we launch the iRun for Luzon, a virtual run for a cause for the victims of typhoons in Luzon, the recent typhoons in Luzon. Thank you very much once again for joining us and accommodating us in your time, even if dali ra kayot nagpahibaw, no? But thank you very much for joining us today. So yes, we are joined today by Dr. Yong Larrazabal, our President and Chairman of the Board of CebuDoc Group, and the Chairman also of Run for Sight Foundation, who's hosting this year's iRun for Luzon, a virtual run for a cause for the victims of Typhoon Ulysses. Ayan. So Doc, good afternoon, Doc.
Good afternoon, Mir, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us in this virtual press con that we have for the iRun for Luzon.
Yeah, and so, Doc, can you tell us more about iRun for Luzon?
Okay, this event is organized by Run for Sight Foundation. As you know, we've been here since the late 2000s, since 2007. And since then, we've organized a lot of charitable events, fundraising activities. No, it's all started out when there were little runs in Cebu, so I started organizing runs here rather than always going to Manila. And we didn't know what to do with the funds raised because the number of runners were increasing during that time in 2007, 2008. So I decided to put up the Run for Sight Foundation, wherein all the proceeds from the run, especially our university run, our Kawasan Falls Marathon, will go to, no? So when we have special events like when Typhoon Yolanda happened, we gathered around several trucks and we loaded up with water and food from our donors and sponsors here. Then we went to Tacloban, Leyte, or Moc to distribute them, no? Back then also, during Typhoon Ondoy, we also organized a run, no, for the victims of Typhoon Ondoy, no?
And so that's why we are organizing once again this year. This run will be for the benefit of our brothers and sisters in Luzon. So can you tell us more about what we'll be doing with the proceeds, Doc?
Yes, actually 100% of the proceeds here will be given, no, to the victims of the victims of our recent typhoon in Manila, no, and Luzon area. Actually, during the time where we were here in Cebu, we were watching as the events unfolded, no? We all felt so sad here and so helpless because we really wanted to help. The second day of the typhoon, I already thought about having a run, but still we were in a pandemic. We couldn't organize anything outdoors. So I started thinking about the virtual run, but at that time, we weren't sure whether our suppliers could produce enough singlets and of course the race medals, no? That's why it took us 6 days from the typhoon to come up with a definite idea that we're gonna really push through with the run. No?
So, Doc, this is the first virtual run
Yes.
that we are hosting. How are we going to do that? I mean, not everyone is familiar about virtual run. So, dagang mangutana, unsaon na siya?
Yeah, it's a good thing that I've joined already 3 virtual marathons, no? The London Marathon, Manchester Marathon, and the recent Athens Marathon. No? And this will be the first virtual run in Cebu that's organized. It's actually, it's really based on honesty, no? Because you will run at your own time, at your own pace, and you will send us the evidence, a picture of your watch or your treadmill. And actually, like for a marathon, you will be given more than a week. You can accumulate your mileage, no? Then when it reaches 42K, just send us the evidence, and then we will mail you the race medal, the singlet, and an e-certificate that you've helped the victims of the recent flood. No?
All right. So as you've mentioned, Doc, no, I just like to go through for all those listening to us in Facebook and of course to all our friends in the media. Like what Doc Yon said earlier, we will have the iRun for Luzon, and what you're going to do is actually just register. That will be on the runforsight.net. That will be on our website.
November 30.
Starting November 30. Yan. Si Trixie is sharing the slides with you. That's on the last. All right. So you're going to register online. That's www.runforsight.net. Ayan. And then after that, you will be given your race e-bib. Ayan. Because of course, maglisod man tao kuha sa itong mga bib numbers, no? So, atong ihatag ninyo through online. And then, once you have it already, you can run anytime between December 5 and 19. So, that's December 5 to 19. You can choose anytime. Pareha sa giingon ni Doc Yong. Tama ba, Doc? They can run anytime between 5 to 19.
Yes.
And then, accumulated lang, Doc. How will that work?
Example, you want to join the 21K half marathon distance, so you can run 7 kilometers on this particular day. Then you want to rest for 3 days, do another 7 kilometers. Then after another few days, do another 7. So that's 21 kilometers. No? So you submit the evidence that you run those distances. And then when we will verify, and then once we accept it, we will immediately send you your certificate through email, and then we will mail you your singlet and your medal, of course.
Ayan. So, like sa padayon nagipaingon ni Doc Yong, no, for our bloggers and for our friends listening in Facebook, you will just have to track all your runs, and then after you track all your runs, you will send that to us as your evidence or proof. Again, that's still for proof in www.runforsight.net. And then after that, you will send you you will receive your finishers items. Ayan. So, Doc, ang akong question now is, what if ni-register sila og 42 kilometers? But unfortunately, they were able to run only, let's say, 21 kilometers. Can they still send proof? Kaya they ran out of time and they got busy. What are they going to do?
Automatically, since was sila kabutog 42, they will qualify already for the 21 kilometer category.
Yan. Pero pwede po siya nga, because I'm aiming for 42 kilometers, I was able to run 30, but I wasn't able to finish that. No? I will jump at the 21 kilometer finisher. Alright.
Until the cut-off time. No?
Until the cut-off time. And then, in the certificate, Doc, naana na ato ang cut-off time and ato mileage. Yes. Eh, yun, so very clear, no? The run is, or the marathon, or the run, can actually be accumulated within the period that is given to you. So, since this is the first time, invite our friends.
Yes, we did it that way because even for those who are non-runners, they can actually walk, di ba, for 3 kilometers. We wanted to invite more people, those who are not runners, those who can walk leisurely at their own pace. We made it very generous so that you'll be also very generous in helping us, no? Because all proceeds here will really be given to the victims of Typhoon Ulysses. No? So yun, I hope you all can share this and invite your friends to join this event. No? You will, it's a great feeling to help other people, especially our fellow men, who are suffering there in Luzon right now.
All right. That's true, Doc. No? I remember in 2013, when we were hit by Typhoon Yolanda, Visayas was hit. People from Luzon really extended their help to our fellow Filipinos here in Visayas. Now that Luzon is being affected by these big typhoons, I think it's also about time that us people in Visayas and Mindanao will be able to extend our help as well. And this is an opportunity for all those enthusiasts that actually would want to run again and go back on track, reach the mileage that they want to reach, and be able to help. So that's an opportunity for all of us to enjoy our passion in running, but at the same time, be able to help. So, do we have questions? Now we can start entertaining questions. You can start your questions. This is open for all, Doc, no?
Yeah.
In terms of categories, do we have male, female category, or just open talaga?
Open. It's open for all. We have no prizes, but we will recognize the winners. No? I have like a friend in Manila now who just texted me that my classmate, si Dr. Raytan from UPPGH, since he doesn't run, he will sponsor 5 runners
Wow.
in Cebu or anywhere else to do it for him, no? And they will be getting their medals, but he will
Wow.
sponsor for them. That's
Wow.
his way of helping them.
Wow, thank you very much. Just a shout out to Dr. Raytan. Thank you very much for doing that. If others are, this is also open to all, Doc. If they want to, like, if they want to donate and let others do the run,
Yes. Or walk.
or walk,
Yeah.
yan, or they can walk. Yan, basta maka-donate lang tayo because this is really a fundraising activity. Yes, we have a question, Trix. Okay, we have a question from Mars Alison. Ayan. What's the target for the number of participants daw, Doc?
This is our first virtual running event, so I really don't know how many will join or will help us. No, but I have no idea. Hopefully, we can reach 500 to 1,000, but I really can't tell because this is the first time it happened here.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. And this is open to all, no? So for those friends and followers of us in our social media accounts, and for those na who will, our bloggers and our media men can extend the reach, no? This is open to all. I think for friends from Mindanao can do this.
Yes.
For those areas na, I think under MECQ already who can do, who can run, but wearing mask lang and with a minimum health protocols, they can do this also, Doc. That's correct?
Actually, we will mail. For example, if you're not from Cebu, in Cebu you can pick it up here, no, the
Yes.
medals and the singlet. For those living in like Mindanao or in Luzon, we will ship it for a fee of 150 pesos.
Yeah.
But for those naman, for the Filipinos living abroad, they can join the event, but they have to ship it to any of their relatives lang, the medal and the shirt, because shipping abroad is very difficult at this point in time because of the
Yes.
pandemic. So it's actually, we're inviting all who can help all over the world, no? But we can only ship within the Philippines lang.
Yeah. So I'd like to reiterate that, no? This is open to all. Everyone is invited all over the world. Kasi mayroong question dito si Mars, then is it open nationwide, not just here in Cebu? Yes, Mars, this is open nationwide. This is open for all. But our shipping for the finishers items like the medal, the singlets, and the certificates will be done locally. But if you're from Cebu, you can just pick it up at Run for Sight Foundation office. Yeah, that's here in Osmeña Boulevard. So it will be easier to, So how to register? All they need to do is just visit the runforsight.net, and then all the mechanics will be posted in there. And we'll be posting this on our social media accounts also. So just follow at CebuDoc Group, and then all the details will be posted there. So after they register, Doc, automatic na. They can run na anytime they want.
Yes, once they receive their confirmation and the e-race number, e-bib, no? And then they're already in and they can already start already.
Yes. Ayan. Do we have other question? The deadline for registration, ayun. The deadline for registration, Doc, is December 18, right?
Yeah, the day
Yan.
before it ends.
The day before it ends. So the race is between December 5 to 19, but the registration starts on November 30 up until December 18. Kasi pag nag-register, last minute ka nakapag-decide, December 18, pwede ka pang tumakbo sa 19. Ayan. Do you have other question? Yes. Another question comes from Katrina. Hi, Katrina. Thank you very much. 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the victims of the typhoon. Can you share more on the process on that? Like, what are we expecting for the victims that will receive, and how quick will they receive those?
We will get in touch, either the local government unit there in the areas most affected, and then we will hand them a check, the proceeds that we've earned. No? We will not buy any goods because we do not know what's needed at this particular point in time, or if we purchase them, it will be hard for us to transport them. So we will be giving them a check of how much we've raised. No? And we will call on that person or representative that we can meet somewhere and hand the check over.
Yes. Is running on a treadmill acceptable, Doc?
Yes, of course. That's what I usually do also.
Yes. So pwedeng tumakbo sa treadmill.
Just
Ayan.
send a photo. Kasi whenever you do a treadmill, when you stop it, there's a summary, no, of the distance and the
Yes.
time. Just take a photo of that lang.
Yun. So, yung photo ng treadmill, ng
Summary.
stats nyo, you can send it to us as a proof as well. Yeah. Any other questions? So far, wala na, no? Okay. Ako, meron ba akong question? So, how to participate? Registration fee. How much is this, Doc?
Yeah, the registration fee is 999 no? Na pesos.
So, only for 999, regardless of what category.
Yes.
Okay. So, this is open, para siyang open category. It's you can run 3K, 5K, 10K, 21K, and 42K. And you will just have to pay 999 pesos. And that 100% of that goes to the victims of the typhoon. Anything else? Do we have other questions? Doc, any words to say for our listeners and our media? We have questions, sorry. Yeah. Another question. Will be top finishers be declared?
Yes, they
Yes,
will be declared,
definitely.
and they will be posted also in our website as well. Also, when you can look at the leaderboards at the website.
Yes.
So if you want to improve your time, you can actually run again and then tell us that you want to change your time and give us the new evidence that you run on a faster time. No?
All right. Yes, we have another question from. Yeah, another question. Don't know if this has been answered already. Is this cumulative and have a run at the distance at one time? Yes po, ma'am. Ma'am Marlene, this is cumulative. Tama, Doc?
Yes, it's cumulative. You can add it, and then actually, if you're not happy pa, like example, you run for 10K, your time was 1 hour and 30 minutes, and then after a week, you decide na you want to improve it. You can give us a better time. For example, you did it less than 1 hour. Submit it again and say you want to upgrade or change your time, then we will adjust it sa leaderboards.
Ayan. And we will send them the certificate again, but this time e-certificate already.
Yeah.
All right. Yon. Does it matter, Doc? Doc Yong, by the way, is the only Filipino to enter the 8 continents club. So does it matter, Doc, to maintain a time?
Oh yeah, for
enthusiasts talaga.
For me kasi, when you start running, you run first for your health, for your family, or some you run for love, no? Because you want to meet people. But anyway, when you become a full-fledged runner, your real competition is yourself.
Yes.
So the next run you want to improve, then you want to see how much you've improved. So time is very important for a runner to improve on your speed, your time, and to keep you going, no? So that you will train harder for the next run, because the goal is to keep on improving or to maintain your certain speed or distance. No?
All right. Yon. So for those who will be running, I think Miss Marlene, tumatakbo din sila Ma'am Marlene. Di ba Ma'am Marl, mudagan sag ka? Silang Ma'am Marlene Limpag and Sir Max Limpag. I know there kinsa pa'y mudagan dila. It's nice, no? So pwede na itong ma-update ang atong time if ever, for example, December 5, nidagan ka o 21K and you've done it in more or less mga 3 hours or 4 hours ba na siya, Doc?
Yeah.
And then you want to improve, you want to target less than that, pwede gihapon na itong i-update. So wow, this is nice. This is nice. Okay. Doc, naipangutana, what running application should they use? Running apps.
We're
They
not
can
very,
use.
the basic are Garmin, the Strava, no? But we're not very strict because we understand that others are non-runners, so they're beginners, some are walkers lang, so we accept mga pictures lang of your hopefully you have a satellite GPS watch like Garmin, but if you don't have, pwede lang you take a photo of the treadmill.
Okay.
The treadmill summary.
So, yes, invite the Doc sa ilaha.
I've joined several virtual runs already. Of course, we did not have that here before in the Philippines since COVID happened. So usually you spend around 2 to 3,000 pesos, no? And then you're not even sure if the medals haven't arrived pa since March. One has arrived, pero this one naman is only 999, and then for sure you'll get the medals because it's here lang, the Philippines. And yet it's so fulfilling because you're helping your fellow Filipinos, no? So it's really a very nice event, and you will feel na parang you did your part, no? Even if you live in the sunny side of Visayas or Mindanao during that time, but you're still helping our fellow Filipinos, no? Despite the typhoon that has just passed, but they're suffering the consequences of the typhoon, no? Like their shelter, their food, their clothing, and everything, no? And aside from that, I think CebuDoc Group also will have another drive, no? Which
Yes,
is
na.
to collect mga
Yes.
used mga clothes,
Used clothes,
and we
no.
will gather that, and also we'll be sending that over to Luzon as well, no?
That's correct. Yes, to add up to that, Doc, sa gimension ni Doc, actually all our employees, we're having a donation drive for our employees, and our employees can actually join. So all the CebuDoc Group community, we are inviting you. This is open to all. If you want to run, you can run, and then join us in this wonderful cause. Ayan. So thank you very much again, Doc. Thank you very much for the time. I know you're very busy and you found time for this. Ayan. So we're inviting once again all our media friends, be our partners in sharing the good news to all our fellow Filipinos, and invite them to join us in this iRun for Luzon. Let's all run for Luzon. Let's work together and in rebuilding Luzon through showcasing or doing our passion in running. So katong mga enthusiasts, I know, nagpanikad na gid mo sa pagdagan. I know you will find time. At the same time, you will be able to help our brothers in Luzon. So again, thank you very much for joining us today. And I hope we see you in our leaderboard very soon. Yan, see you on the leaderboard na lang, no? Kay dili man ta mag-uban ani nga virtual run. So I hope many would participate. So help us raise the fund for Luzon through the iRun for Luzon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.